Hello, everybody. Wolf here. As always, keeping my eye on the ball and off the birdie. And right now, the ball is with Jussie Smollett. This one has been confusing most people since the beginning. Even Jussie himself seems to be a bit confused on to why he did it. His story has changed 3 times that I've counted. It started because he was being written off the show. Then it moved to maybe he just wanted to gain more notoriety. He was pretty notable. Then he said, yesterday? It was drugs. Drugs make you steal, man. They don't make you plot. Now, we all know the media is manipulated. And usually by people named PR directors, crisis managers. Now their whole job is to confuse us, to protect people from people. It's worked. They've been doing it forever. They're very good at it. But most people were not even born when these ideas first were made. But we have a Jussie Smollett, and it seems like the ball's in his court right now. They don't seem to really care what happens to him, though, do they? It seems like he's already served his purpose. But nobody knows why. I couldn't figure it out. Why? Why would he do it? I remember, although all the bullshit it sounded when I first heard the story, the one thing that really made no sense, worse than anything else, was the rope being left on his neck until the authorities came. And I just thought that was unacceptable. There'd be no reason for any conscious human being to leave that there. We would all believe you if it was laying on the ground and you had little marks, or even if you didn't, which you probably would. But even if you didn't, unless that rope was the linchpin in the whole operation. Maybe it wasn't too at all for Jussie. Jussie himself had nothing to gain and everything to lose. And when you have everything to gain, then you have everything to maintain. Then that in itself is motivation. Maybe it has something to do with the letter that was sent to Fox Studios 2 days before this. A stunt was committed. The letter itself had white powder in it. FBI corresponded to Fox Studios. CNN reported that the white powder was aspirin, but authorities declined to release what the content of the letter was. 2 days later, Jussie, you pulled this stunt. Nothing to gain, everything to lose. Mighty suspicious. And I saw Cory Booker tweet, "If you don't feel the urgency to pass this anti-lynching bill, then look no further than Jussie Smollett." I was like, well, I already looked at him. What's this anti-lynching bill about? Well, it's pretty redundant. Lynching itself is already a crime in every state. So why did they argue for it? Because it's not a federal hate crime. But if you look at the definition of a federal hate crime, if somebody were to conspire to lynch somebody, and there was race involved, it would already fall under hate crime, penalty of maximum 5 years. Only thing I can see this actually changing is adding another 5 years onto the sentence. If it is lynching, it will be up to 10 years now. But this is preceded by whatever happened otherwise. If the person was murdered, then they add murder on. I'm not sure exactly how it all goes down. I think that they have to figure out whether it's concurrent or consecutive, but it might be mandated. It doesn't matter. Either way, this anti-lynching bill, taking a closer look at this thing, it's a contradiction. There's no reason for it. It's already, and they said, well, it's to apologize. Well, Congress apologized in 2005. There's no reason for it. Unless, maybe, just unless you say are a politician who just announced their candidacy for presidency, and along with 9 or 10 other people wanted to get some sort of attention, because we know these politicians, they can't just say something. They need reasons. They need fights. They need purpose. They need cause. So if you're bored and say you got a bunch of little guys working for you, you might as well put them to work. Go see what is out there. What can we do? What can we get behind? What's just been stagnating? Perfect. Anti-lynching bill. We have a solution. Anti-lynching. The only problem is, the only reason why it hasn't been passed is because it's redundant. There's no reason for it. They've already said it multiple times. And the last documented case of lynching was almost 40 years ago in 1981. Shit. We have a solution, but we got no problem. Except for the fact that I want a reason to talk and wouldn't mind some attention, and would like to grab a headline. What could I utilize? Say we got some dirt. Say we got a picture. Say we got some bullshit. I mean, it doesn't matter that Smollett committed social suicide to them. Their vote passed unanimously on Valentine's Day. Whenever they vote on holidays, it's definitely something to look at. It changes almost nothing. But we need to keep a look on these things that happen. The media is operating an outdated strategy, and it's getting easier and easier, guys, to smell their tail. And now we have YouTube. Subscribe. Let me know. Send me emails, information of things I should look at. I'm at whitewolfreport@gmail.com. There's holes in their bullshit boat, and the more of us paddling out here, the easier it'll be for us to recognize these strategies, call their bullshit. Then they have no power. These PR directors, these crisis managers, marketing strategy, campaigns. It's all good in the hood if you know what to look for and if you know how to spot it. Yesterday, take for instance, Robert Kraft got arrested on 2 accounts of soliciting prostitution in Florida. The bigger story would be the fact that the FBI said that this was just the tip of the iceberg. They said there are over 100 more arrests yet to come. Now, this is an organized thing, they said. You think that doesn't scare some people that have money and motivation? to do things? Because about 2 hours later, R. Kelly got indicted on 10 charges. Now, this is while the whole Chicago police department was tied up with Smollett, yet they figured this thing out now, 2 hours later, and now every time you look at the news, guys, you see Robert Kraft, oh, but then R. Kelly right away. It's all by design. They know how to do it, when to do it, why to do it. But it's up to us to not be fooled, to keep our eye off the birdie, keep our eye on the ball. This is the Wolf Report. God bless.